Welcome to The Explainer. So today, we're going to unpack a pretty massive fundamental shift in how we actually understand mobile networks. We carry these incredibly powerful devices everywhere we go, right? And we totally take that invisible web of connectivity for granted. But that web, it's moving way, way beyond those traditional cell towers we're all so used to.
To truly grasp what's happening here, let's ground ourselves in a very specific, real-world spot. Because right now, as we speak, Starlink is actively testing its brand new mobile service out in Italy's Apennines. And what's super fascinating about this choice, it's definitely not some controlled lab. The Apennines represent that exact kind of rugged, mountainous terrain that has just historically been an absolute nightmare for traditional mobile network coverage. I mean, it's basically the perfect, completely unforgiving proving ground to test a system that's literally designed to reach exactly where standard ground nodes and regular LTE completely fail.
Okay, let's dive into Section 1, Beyond Just Satellites, the unseen shift in connectivity.
Now you might be thinking, okay, seeing headlines about Starlink testing mobile services up in the Italian mountains, well, that just sounds like a classic space story, right? Full of rockets and orbits. But there is a much deeper layer here. Because for the actual telecom operators, the folks providing our daily cell service, this isn't just about space. It's a mobile infrastructure story. We aren't just looking at some cool extra piece of space tech being bolted on. No, this is a fundamental rewriting of our terrestrial mobile infrastructure, literally from the ground up.
Moving on to Section 2, the end of dead zones, the real-world impact.
So what does this actually mean for us? Well, this technological blend brings a very concrete real-world benefit. We're talking about the potential end of dead zones. Think about it, those remote rural roads, deep mountain passes, and emergency zones that have historically been totally cut off from traditional cell networks. This shift means these specific areas are going to gain default backup connectivity, and they'll do it without needing anyone to build those massively expensive cell towers everywhere. It's kind of like this giant safety net dropping down from above, finally solving those everyday connectivity issues that have literally plagued mobile users since the invention of the cell phone.
All right, Section 3, the hybrid network future, blending Earth and space.
See, mobile networks are no longer just, casually communicating with satellites. The infrastructures themselves are actively merging. We are officially entering an era defined by the hybrid network. That's a seamless blending of traditional mobile networks with satellite coverage, which provides default backup connectivity without having to rely solely on ground towers. In the very near future, the handoff between your local cell tower and a low Earth orbit satellite could be totally invisible to you as a user. It's going to create this incredibly resilient, unified web of coverage.
And that leads us to a really fascinating, almost existential question for the entire telecom industry. Are phone networks becoming hybrid networks by default? Because if this testing out in Italy is successful and the infrastructure merges the way we think it will, we might very soon live in a world where the whole concept of a localized, tower-only phone network is completely obsolete. The default state of our connectivity is going to be forever fundamentally different. Pretty wild to think about, right?
Understanding these kinds of fundamental shifts is absolutely crucial right now. So to keep tracking these massive industry changes, definitely make sure to follow AI Shift News. They're an incredible resource for practical AI, automation, robotics, and future of work updates. And the best part is, it's all delivered completely without the hype. Thanks so much for exploring this explainer with me today, and I'll catch you next time.